Now you can hear MePlusCake all the time.
I would like to eat a sack of French fries.
While we're doing the show?
Yeah.
So you're just eating in general?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if we're on 24/7, technically we will have to eat at times, right?
Yep.
Just listen to us 24/7. You may hear Sierra Cake eating fries.
MePlusCake. Now on 24/7. Only on Marconi One. Radio for the people.
Let's go get donuts.
The MePlusCake Podcast.
Hey, podcast people. It's MePlusCake reporting for this podcast. And if you didn't watch the Oscars last night, you're not alone.
You're smart.
We didn't either.
Nope.
I mean, you really don't need to watch these shows anymore. You just watch the internet.
Yep.
I mean, unless you really care about seeing it as it's happening, I don't care.
Nobody gives a hell.
Unless somebody's going to pay me to live tweet events, then I don't really, I'll watch the highlights.
Smart idea.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So, we cover it all on this podcast, basically. And if you didn't watch the Oscars, you'll feel like you know everything.
You were there the whole time.
Yeah. So thank you for joining us for another edition of MePlusCake. And listen to us live on our internet stream every day. Marconi1.com has all the info on when you can hear that show. But you're listening to the podcast, so you're much, much more savvy.
Definitely.
Find MePlusCake on Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and more. MePlusCake.com.
I've noticed this a lot lately with you and I don't really think that we look like such a weird couple together or anything.
Well, I don't look weird.
You're always right away just ready to... It's so mean. There's no other explanation for it. And she's the same one that's very sensitive. If I tease her about it, she gets very upset.
Because you say mean things. I joke around.
Oh, that
At least
was...
I lulled after that.
Oh, so if I laugh, then it's...
Yeah.
I'm just a dry sense of humor.
Yeah, you're too dry.
Put
some lotion on.
Most people get it.
Put some lotion in your emotion. That's so good.
I just think you just don't know how. You don't like to take jokes about yourself.
I'm trademarking that.
Some lotion in your emotion.
If you have a dry sense of humor, put some lotion in your emotion. Oh my God, that is so good.
Anyway, while she's working on her genius plan to make millions,
organize the world.
It seems like lately where we go, people will stare, and it's like. Sometimes it's kids, and sometimes it's adults. It just depends. But what is it about people that they just decide that... I mean, because I was always told when I was a kid, don't stare at people. Don't point at people.
Yeah, don't be rude.
Yeah. So today, earlier, we were in a fast food establishment. Mm-hmm. Sierra forced me. And... we were the only ones besides this. Like, it was a table of three. It was two younger kids and it looked like their older sister or something. And they turn around and they just stared at us, and not even like, if somebody looks at you or something like that, that's fine. But they took a length of time that was like really uncomfortable. And so
I'm gonna hiss at someone next time.
So I just started waving. Like, I don't know what to do in that situation. Like, I'm trying to, laugh it off and make you know that it's pretty rude for you to stare at me for that length of time. But there's nothing that I'm doing that is drawing your attention to me so much that you need to stare at me. I'm not looking for your attention. I'm not asking for it when I walk in.
It's not like we're dressed like clowns or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't get it. I don't really understand. But
rude ass.
Well, maybe they're fans of the MePlusCake show.
And they're just too shy to...
If they would come up to us and just say, I love you guys, I would be happy.
Can I have your autograph? I'd be like...
Yeah, would you buy me some delicious food? Yeah, thanks for listening.
Bitch, I might be.
You should never, ever say that to anyone. No, and the other thing is, just don't be rude,
Have some manners
and if you are a fan of the show... Staring at us is not a good thing, because we'll be like, screw you.
There's these ugly weirdos.
If you see something, say something. If you say, hey, that's MePlusCake, I listen to them on the internet, well then cool. I'm glad that you are a fan. but just come right up to us and say hello. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, we're not that mean.
I never even thought of that, though. What if it was a fan of the show and they're just too shy to say something?
They're not.
We're being jerks right now by saying this.
I don't know.
You don't believe that we have fans that would be too shy to talk to us?
No, because if you're listening to us, you must be kind of weird.
All right. Well, either way, don't be rude.
Marconi plus Sierra is Me Plus Cake.
Last night was the Oscars, in case you didn't hear.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it was all over the internet, of course. Ellen DeGeneres, I guess, was good.
As a host?
Yeah, I mean, I like her.
I don't know anybody who doesn't like her, so.
Yeah, I mean, she took a selfie with Brad Pitt and all.
Jennifer Lawrence was there.
Yeah, I mean, who wasn't in that selfie?
Was there. Julia Roberts was there.
And Jennifer Lawrence and Julia Roberts and Kevin Spacey.
He was in his picture is the funniest because he's got this like smug little grin on his face.
And Angelina Jolie and it was a big thing. I guess it crashed Twitter.
Yeah, it got like 1 million retweets.
Wow, cool. Yeah. Well, there you go.
Crashed Twitter for like 3 minutes when she uploaded it.
So I think that's great. I think the thing is Ellen does it doesn't seem like she's trying too hard.
I'm just upset that they called it a selfie because a selfie is just one selfie.
Right.
There's too many people for it to be a selfie.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's a cumulative. It's
a group photo.
Yeah, exactly.
Bradley Cooper took it.
Yeah, he did a fantastic job. They all look great in the picture.
Indeed.
Except for Angelina Jolie's hand is in front of her face.
I think she was waving.
Yeah.
But I don't really care anyway.
But, so I don't know. They crashed that. And a lot of people, though, I was reading my Facebook timeline, which was a mistake. People were saying, like, the whole Ellen, where she ordered pizza or something like that, and she did part of the show from the audience.
Yes.
And they didn't like that, but most everyone was saying it was great, so I don't know.
She was, like, unique. Like, these award shows are so boring. Like, I need somebody to,
genuinely,
spice it up a bit.
Like, the only reason I like the Grammys is because there's a lot of great performances, and there's really nothing at the Oscars.
My friend was texting me, and she's like, this person has been giving her thank you speech for 3 minutes. I was like,
that's the other thing.
Up.
They didn't wind it up. They didn't play the music because they always think, somebody's
They don't do that at the Oscars.
They used to. Last year they did.
Oh.
They used to do it all the time because it's time for television. And the thing I don't like is, honestly, these shows could be like an hour and we'd be fine. But they go on forever. So
people don't know when to shut it.
Well, it doesn't even, I don't even care.
And Gravity won a bunch of...
What I don't get is why do they have to be... Why can't they record them and then an edited version come out on TV? And if you really want to see it, like maybe make it available online or something.
Well...
But there were a lot of great acceptance speeches. We'll talk more about that coming up. All the Oscars coverage and stuff that you've been overwhelmed with on the internet.
I'm so overwhelmed.
And, and John Travolta mispronounced somebody's name. And it's like a whole thing. Oscar talk right here on Me Plus Cake.
Marconi Bologna plus Sierra Cake. Me Plus Cake.
Alcatraz is, to me, fascinating.
I feel like I was in there in a past life.
What'd you do?
Something bad.
Murder. Bum, bum, bum. Well, I love Escape from Alcatraz, Clint Eastwood. It's a classic. And we just watched a Netflix documentary on the guys that escaped from Alcatraz. It was pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And
it was like a really brief documentary.
Yeah, it was perfect. Like sometimes documentaries go on for like 2 hours. And you're like, you could have wrapped this up in like 45 minutes.
I was just watching a documentary about prostitution laws in Canada.
Yeah. And
it was like, after like 10 minutes, I was like, okay, that's enough.
Yeah, the information you have is like 10 minutes long, and you just stretch it out to a 2 hour.
Yeah, it's about people complaining that they don't want it, and then people advocating that they do. So,
but Alcatraz, I guess, is another interesting thing. They have underground tunnels.
Bum, bum, bum.
And some people thought, well, maybe it's Al Capone who was in Alcatraz for many years.
But didn't prisoners build the prison?
Yeah, well, they say the prison, but it used to be a military place, and they would hide ammunition and stuff.
Yeah, so those tunnels were probably for...
Who knows what they're for?
Hiding out.
The Illuminati.
They probably still live there.
Yeah, well, but I've never been to Alcatraz. I really want to go, though. because I think it's fantastic. And in one of my favorite movies, so You Married an Axe Murderer or whatever, the Mike Myers movie, and they do the tour with Phil Hartman.
Oh, yeah. And they scooped out.
My name is John Johnson. All the employees here call me Vicky. No, it's I'm very interested in it, and I think like going on a tour will be great. Underground tunnels, they should include that in the tour, though. They should secure them.
No, that would be scary.
Wouldn't it be an awesome thing if they had like an Alcatraz ride or something like that at Disneyland? I would love it.
I think that's a little bit too like R-rated for the kiddies.
Don't squash my dreams.
Sorry.
They met on the internet. It's MePlusCake.
I would have to say I'm not very excited about the Noah's Ark movie. Doesn't look like my cup of tea. Yeah, I'm not, and there's like 3 Jesus movies out right now.
Son of God was just released.
But I guess in Kentucky, they spent $73 million to make a fake Noah's Ark.
A replica.
It's supposed to be
what it would have been.
An exact replica in some way. Now, how do they get like the exact part? Like, do they have blueprints from Noah himself?
In the Bible, duh.
Is there a secret Noah like blueprint that he left for everyone that we don't know about?
Wouldn't it be the size of like Earth if it had every single animal on it?
I have no idea. I don't.
See, these Jesus stories, let me tell you.
Well, I guess the Ark encounter will sit on 800 acres of land in Williamstown, Kentucky, and will be developed. It's this website. I'm on this website, and all of a sudden it just started jumping in front of me. In front of my eyes.
It's excited about Jesus.
Well, I don't get it. So I guess what's his name? The Ark what's his name? Ken Ham, who just recently debated Bill Nye the Science Guy about what are you saying? Over Bill Nye the Science Guy?
No, I love Bill Nye, but that debate was ridiculous.
Yeah, Ken Ham, and the Creation Museum, and the whole thing with everything is like $73 million is going into this. Now, I think it'd be kind of cool to see. Like, I'm not saying that I wouldn't want to go and like actually see it, but seriously, $73 million. There's so many things in the world. You could save abused animals, help children, maybe cure
you can buy so much cat food,
some diseases, donate to cancer research, feed hungry children. But
cat food.
But just for a Noah's Ark, really?
I would rather go see like the dinosaurs.
I mean, there are so many people out of work. Why don't you create jobs?
Why don't you just donate that money?
And they'll claim that they're creating jobs because somebody has to build this, but those people already had jobs. That's what they're hired to do.
Why don't you give 73 people $1 million each? Tax free.
That's a waste.
No, it's not.
That wouldn't. I mean, you could. You know how many families could live off of $73 million? Like, think about like how much of a portion of $1 million that you can live off of.
Like a couple hundred thou.
Oh, yeah. You have these delusions.
Marconi Bologna, Sierra Cake. MePlusCake.
I don't feel like, especially in Colorado, I think it's very dry weather.
Yes, it is.
And it's not good for, say, your hair. And it's always windy here. Mm-hmm. And there's all kinds of conditions that just don't really do well for certain types of hair. And I have curly hair. And I usually keep it kind of long on top and like short on the sides. The thing, I used to get my hair cut really short, and I look dorky with short hair. And I went in to get my hair cut, and sometimes, because I don't go to like one of those super fancy schmancy places. I just go to like the regular, like the Great Clips or whatever.
Yep.
Usually they do a great job. You can't really even tell. But this time, for whatever reason, I always say, a number 3, and they have it in their computer system. When you go in there, I don't like this. You go in there and you have to give them your phone number in front of people. I don't like doing that because I don't want anybody. I just don't like giving out
You're so paranoid.
I hate giving out personal information in front of people, no matter what.
Right.
I don't like giving out my email address or any of that. I wish they would just allow you to type it in, or there was a card you could scan with that kind of information on it.
Okay.
Or some kind of a form where you didn't have to speak it every time.
Right.
I hate answering a bunch of questions while all I want to do is pay.
Yeah.
And get what I need. So the lady it says in the computer system that every time I go there, I get 1/4 of an inch off the top of my hair. Just a trim, a tiny 1/4 of an inch.
Yep.
Not even a 1/2 an inch, 1/4 of an inch.
1/4.
And then at number 3 on the sides and back. And it also should say that I like my hair tapered in the back. Because I have a high hairline, and if I get they always ask for, would you like it rounded or squared? And that looks stupid on guys like me. Because I have a high hairline, it looks like I'm wearing a freaking wig. I hate it.
Okay.
So, shouldn't I be particular? Don't I want to look good?
Yes.
Okay, then, just like you.
I'm just listening.
You're kind of giving me the mockery look.
No, I'm not. I'm just laughing.
The lady butchered me.
She butchered.
My hair is so it's never been this short since when I used to get my hair cut really short.
Really?
10 years ago. 10 years ago I used to get my hair cut this short.
I think it looks good.
Well, you say that, but you know what I mean? It's not paranoid. It's just I like the way I feel when I have longer hair. I don't like the way I feel now.
No, I get that. But I think it looks good still.
I don't like having short hair. It's like somebody took my power away.
Oh.
It's
power in the weed.
Well, when somebody tells you, a total stranger is like, I really like your hair. Mm-hmm. I would never hear somebody say that about this haircut. It's so basic. It looks just like every other dude.
Good.
Well, you're my girlfriend and you have to say that.
No, I don't.
But I'm talking about
I would tell you if I thought it looked dorky.
I'm talking about I'm not an egomaniac. I don't think that people are looking at me going, "Oh my god."
Well.
But when people have looked at my hair in the past,
okay.
When it's longer and it's done right or whatever you call it, and they compliment your hair, you know that maybe you're onto something.
Right.
And for years when I had short hair, no one ever came up to me and total strangers would ever say, "Oh, your hair looks great." And so I like having longer hair. You like getting compliments. I don't care who you are. And this lady scalped me. It's easy to say, "Oh, it'll grow back." But it'll take a couple months to grow back.
I cut off all my hair.
You got to trim.
Are you kidding?
Yeah,
it was past my boobs, and now it's up at my shoulders.
Yeah, but it's not
I cut all my hair off.
My hair is now about an inch off the top of my head.
Yeah, but you're a man and I'm a girl.
It used to be 1.5 inches and curly, and now there's no way you could get a curl out of my hair.
It's got some curl to it.
I feel much better and more confident when my hair is longer.
Well, I think you're handsome.
And the lady butchered me, and I hate that.
I should be all that matters.
Yeah,
in this whole entire world.
Isn't how I feel? Doesn't that mean anything to you?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I see. Well, that explains a lot.
Just kidding.
MePlusCake.
Plans are gathering for the work of a new day.
Last night, the Oscars, John Travolta, I guess, introduced Idina Menzel incorrectly.
Yep.
Her name's Idina Menzel, right?
Yes.
Okay, and here's how he introduced it.
Nominated gorgeously empowering song Let It Go from the Oscar-winning animated movie Frozen. Please welcome the wickedly talented one and only Adele Dazeem.
Adele Dazeem.
Awkward.
Well, he, in his defense, not that anybody needs to rush to a defense of a celebrity or whatever, but first of all, I think John Travolta is a nice guy.
Yeah.
And I think he gets a hard time because, well, a lot of reasons.
You think your hair is bad.
He's got some kind of a wig going. We know that. And sometimes he'll have a shorter version of that weave, and he'll have a longer version. And people know that it doesn't seem real. But one of those things where it's kind of unspoken.
Yeah.
Okay, there's that. And then, the whole thing where he claims that he doesn't like men, but many people come out and say that he's been with them or whatever. Who knows?
And then his son died.
And his son, well, they don't hate him because of that, but people genuinely
But I mean, he's been in so much news.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
And I think he's a good guy, honestly.
Yeah. And
last night, when he introduced her incorrectly, people, kind of gave him the business about it. But I'm guessing it was probably written that way because he's a professional. He's not an idiot.
Yeah.
And they read off teleprompters. So maybe the wrong name got slipped in there somehow, and he just introduced her wrong.
Did she say anything about it?
I haven't heard her talk about it yet, but I'm sure she will.
Yeah.
But so she sang, and to be honest, I'd never heard of her until this.
She was like one of the lead characters in
Frozen.
In Frozen,
which I didn't see.
I did.
So yeah, you saw it, but I didn't see it. So I had.
It's just, it's a huge movie all of a sudden. So.
Yeah, people won't stop talking about it. So,
but I mean, I don't know any other girls who voiced Disney movies before.
So here, and this is her singing the song "Let It Go."
Yes.
No, there's probably a reason why I didn't see it.
It was good.
Yeah, but it was
a Disney movie. Of course, there's going to be singing in it.
It's like a musical. It's not really my thing.
Well, it's not a musical. It's a Disney movie.
Yeah, but that kind of singing is musical.
Sha-la-la-la-la-la, my oh my, but the boy too shy ain't gonna kiss the girl.
Like I said, it's not for me. But the thing is why are people so uptight about him getting the name wrong? It's I didn't know the name. I'd never heard the name in my life.
I guess they think it's disrespect. I don't know.
It's
not a big deal.
He wasn't meaning to be disrespectful.
No, he didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah.
Geez.
I'm guaranteeing something screwed up technically, and it was on the screen different, and they probably went through rehearsal and he got it right, and then something changed, Yeah. Maybe he wears contacts and he didn't have a contact in, or maybe...
Well... It was. I can see it because you would think that if you rehearsed it and you knew who was coming up, you would think to fix it before you said. In your mind, you'd be like, "Well, maybe
it's not that easy."
Or maybe he was just kind of "Let's do this, let's get it done," and then messed it up.
Yeah, who knows? But either way, just like the song says, "Let it go."
A whole new world.
Oh, God.
A new
Shut her mic off.
Point of view.
It helps us start the day with warmth and vigor.
MePlusCake.
Pink did somewhere over the rainbow for the Oscars.
She did. Was that a tribute song?
I guess. I don't even really know because we didn't watch the Oscars, but we watched the YouTube video.
She was really good.
Yeah, I mean, from what we could tell here on the performance. She's got a good voice. The thing I noticed about Pink is, do her, Macklemore, and also, let's see, who else is, and Brad Pitt have the same haircut right now?
Probably.
And Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus does, that's for sure.
So there you go.
I don't know about Brad Pitt, but yeah.
Yeah, have you seen his hair?
No.
From last night? Well, look on my Facebook page.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I didn't notice his hair, though.
Yeah, his hair looks exactly like Pink's. I think they're going to the same barber or something. It actually looks good on Pink, but who do you think wears it best? Brad Pitt?
No.
Miley Cyrus?
Macklemore?
Macklemore?
I don't know. Pink, because she's had it for so long. She was the OG. I
guess.
Of that haircut.
Has she always had that haircut?
Yeah, for years now.
Well, is that something you would do? I mean, would you ever go that short with your hair?
No.
But she has talent. That's all that really matters.
Yes.
Right? And you were telling me...
She's one of the girls from the late 90s, early 2000s, who was kind of edgier.
Yeah.
Not quite so sexy like Britney and Christina.
What's that song?
And she's still
we played that song on Marconi 1 about how she thinks her husband's an a-hole.
I don't know.
She's like, I love you, but you're an a-hole?
Oh, yeah.
What is
says
that?
That a lot.
How would you... Because that's Corey Hart?
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Well, they were going to get a divorce.
Yeah.
And then they were still really good friends. You know that one song?
Say I'm a really popular singer, and I'm writing songs about, saying basically the same thing, but only in different terms. Wouldn't you be pissed at me?
I don't think he really cares.
I don't know about that. I think he probably
does.
does.
She's the breadwinner, so...
That's not necessarily true. He has companies all over the world.
I'm just kidding, obviously.
And he's a professional BMXer?
Something like that.
I think he has his own line of bikes.
She proposed to him. Did you know that?
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Lucky him. I just think she's probably a big pain in the ass. Is what I'm saying.
So.
I mean,
They were going to get a divorce, and then they got back together. So
yeah, and then so that's why she can write songs about him like that.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. If it was the other way around, it wouldn't be okay. You know what I'm saying? Women are always looking for equal rights, but then if he was the singer and sang,
we're going to talk about equal rights. Let's not get into it.
Because everybody will beat that drum, and they love Pink because she's kind of a feminist in some ways.
Yeah, I don't really necessarily agree with the song. I wouldn't do it, but who cares?
That's all I'm saying.
He was in that one music video when they broke up with her, and she's like, I don't even remember what it's called, but she basically tries to saw him down with a chainsaw.
Wow!
In the music video. So
good times.
So I think that they have that kind of relationship.
Yeah, you'd have to date her probably. But she's very talented, and this is
such a hater.
A fantastic performance. No, I don't hate her. I just think when I listen to that song, I'm like, man, if you're Corey Hart, you've got to be hating that. Because she talks about how I love you, but you're an a-hole, and you can do it, baby. Romance. And stuff like that. But
that's romantic.
A lot of girls, you try to be romantic with them, and they don't want it. So you never know with a guy what to do. You're never right is the base. Basically, just prepare to never be right, and then you're going to be fine.
Exactly. So don't even worry about it.
Me plus cake.
It is a pleasant spur to the morning's work.
There's a lady named Megan Simmons. I'm just going to say, right before I even know anything about her, that she's from Florida.
Okay.
Just has that vibe about it, this story.
Okay.
She sues a website for, I guess she's been claimed as the attractive convict. She has a mugshot. She got a DUI. And for whatever reason, she doesn't like the fact that they've put this meme out that says, misdemeanor, and she's an attractive convict, and blah blah blah. Oh my God! It says right here she's from Florida. But okay, so you got arrested for a DUI. Your mugshot is made public. Mm-hmm. You're gonna sue a website?
You can't, because mugshots are public access.
Let's just be honest. If anyone sues things for stuff like that, they're probably an a-hole.
They just want attention, obviously. She just wants to profit off of it. That's why.
Well, so you're saying now she feels that she can't profit from it because the website put it out there?
Yeah. And so if she gets the rights to that photo again, then if people use it, you hear it, in the article, the lawyer's she wants money off of these photos, basically.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Go away, lady. She's an a-hole.
You're in jail for a reason.
Yeah. I mean, is she necessarily in jail? She just got arrested, right, for a DUI?
Yeah.
And you got arrested for a DUI. And it was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So get over it.
Relax.
I've never even seen this. Have you seen the meme?
No, never. Not anywhere. The memes are lame, too. They've got a gallery of them. They're so stupid.
Yeah, there's nothing guilty of taking my breath away.
What's your cell number?
One night stand steals it. Misdemeanor. Can I get your cell number? Wanted in 50 states. Appears on Cops. Gets modeling contract. I mean, she's kind of pretty, but if she's
not beautiful. I don't really understand why everyone's oh.
She's okay, but did she have her lips done? Can you tell if you look at her?
No, she doesn't.
Oh, okay.
I saw.
Because you're the expert on that.
I know.
So wait, we can make our own meme if we want. What would you put on there?
Shut up.
STFU?
Yeah, you're not that pretty.
You should have heard him this morning.
Me plus cake.
I'm a huge fan of creativity, and I grew up kind of, I don't know if you call it idolizing, but very into Jim Henson and how the Muppets and Sesame Street was done.
Yep.
And all that kind of stuff, because even as
puppet obsessions.
Well, even as a kid, I was into the people who did the voices.
Yeah.
And I could tell you, Frank Oz was the voice of Miss Piggy or Bert or whatever. Ew. And Jim Henson was the voice of, Ernie and Kermit and all that kind of stuff. I knew and I could tell and I could pick them out as a kid. When I was in elementary school.
Right.
So I've always loved Jim Henson. But I still think it's kind of weird that as an adult, I want a Kermit doll at all times. I don't know what it is. But
Tell the fans what you just did.
Okay, so we were at Disney, and the new movie, the Muppet movie, is coming out, which I can't wait for. And they have a doll, and I'm very particular. Like, if I see a doll and it looks like it's just sewn together and looks nothing like Kermit, I'm like, no.
I'm the same way with Disney characters.
You know, like if you see a bobblehead doll and you're a big fan of something, and I think, oh, this would be perfect for the studio. Excuse me. I don't want it if it doesn't look like the person. Because, you know, like sometimes they'll make a replica of something and it looks nothing like them.
I hate that.
Or they have like one eye that's crossed and you're like, this isn't what the person looks like.
Yeah.
I'm the same way with like Muppets. I'm very particular. I'm like, it's a Muppet. You should be able to manufacture it to look like a Muppet.
Yeah.
So this doll, I look at it and I'm like, oh my God, that actually looks like Kermit.
It looked exactly like him.
And I have like a puppet version of Kermit that a lot of people had. It was kind of popular for a few years, and it's kind of gotten old, and it's in storage. I didn't throw it away, of course, but because I'm like that, I couldn't do that to Kermit. Right. Anyway, so I decided I didn't buy it right away. I said, okay, we'll come back. And so for like a week, I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to go get that Kermit.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, as my girlfriend, is that like a weird thing to have, like, me be into? Like,
Puppets?
I mean, I know you understand it. Like, you get, like, it's not like I'm buying, like, oh, I want to have the whole Miss Piggy and Fozzie and,
be weird.
Ralph the dog. I don't have all that stuff. But I just, thought, oh, I'll have Kermit. And even, like, when my first YouTube videos and stuff, if you look at my background, I have, like, I bought Bert and Ernie off of eBay, and they're in the background. Mm-hmm. But that's it. I don't, like, have, like, an obsession. Like, I'm not, like, I don't have a T-shirt and, like, a million different items of...
Collector.
Yeah, not like that. But is it... I mean, I'm a grown man.
No, it's fine.
You can be totally honest.
You brought him into the room last night and sat him, like, beside the bed.
I was trying to freak you out because we were, like, watching... what movie were we watching?
Insidious.
Yeah, we're watching Insidious.
No, we were watching 24 by that time.
But I had just, like... Because, I just got Kermit, and he's sitting up here above in our studio on the shelf. And I was like, oh, I'll just bring him in the studio just to be kind of goofy. And at night... Any kind of stuffed anything that's smiling looks creepy.
All the time.
Yeah,
always.
Right? So I started like, and Sierra and I have this weird thing where we'll go to the restroom because we watch movies in bed, and then like when one of us goes to the restroom, the other one will hide.
It's so stupid.
And then we'll jump out and scare each other. And like you've gotten me a couple of times, and I've gotten you maybe once or twice, not very many times, but. Like last night, I was hiding on the other side of the bed, and as you come out, you were expecting something else. You knew I was hiding.
No, I didn't. I was planning on shutting off the light and crawling around the bed to jump up on your side to scare you. But you were down there already, and then you like put...
And then creepily, I stuck Kermit's head out of the corner just to like look at you, and you're like, ah!
It scared me. Because I thought you were in bed.
So I creeped you out with my Kermit.
Yes.
And then I sat him on the lamp so he could look at you while you slept.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah, but okay, so it's not like an unhealthy obsession or anything like that, I don't think. I'm not like obsessed with Muppets.
What would you say the thing that I collect the most is?
Like purses?
Really?
Shoes? Nail polishes?
Probably polish, yeah.
Yeah, but that's...
Linderella polishes.
That's kind of normal for a girl. Like, you're very girly.
Yeah, but I have a lot of...
But some guys, like, they collect...
Like, my collection of Linderella polishes is probably over $1,000.
But I don't collect, like, comic books. I don't have video games.
I used to collect magazines when I was a teenage girl.
I don't have anything stacked or piled anywhere.
I don't like that. Like, I used to collect, like, cool alcohol bottles, too.
Yeah, and you don't drink.
No, so I thought like the bottles were cool, so I would take them and put them in my room.
Yeah, I think.
And then they also like they're always dusty and dirty,
that's like
and there was like
decoration of every college dorm.
There was like dead spiders and stuff in them, and so finally I was like, okay, I'm throwing them out.
So you're okay with your boyfriend having
a Kermit?
Okay,
a Kermit.
Well, yeah, he sits above and watches us do the show.
Yes.
So he's holding onto the microphone right now. He's breathing down my neck.
Oh, God.
Brother, that next morning,
MePlusCake.
I never felt worse.
Now, you're going to have to tell me a little bit about this story. There's a new thing that some weird Barbie lady is doing. Her name is, she's a breatharian. Breatharian?
That's just a joke.
I know, but like she
wants to live off of air and light. She doesn't want to eat.
She really is dumb, right?
Yeah.
She's a Ukrainian model who has
modified her body to look like Barbie.
Yeah.
So she's got giant boobies and a teeny tiny waist, and she wears makeup so that her eyeballs look like really like anime kind of.
Yeah. How do you get makeup that looks like that?
Oh, I could do it if I wanted to.
She doesn't have like special contacts in or anything?
No, she has contacts, but like her eye makeup is specifically like made to look really
It looks
big.
Creepy. I don't care.
Yeah, no, it's not cute.
And nothing she does makes me go, yeah, I want more of that in my life.
No.
That's not like a dream woman to me. That's because that's
Creepy.
what Barbie is supposed to be like in every woman, right?
Did you know if Barbie was a real person, she wouldn't be able to walk because of her proportions?
Oh.
Because her butt's too big, her boobs are too big, her waist is too small, and her legs are too long.
We all have our problems, don't we? She has a pretty good. When's the last time Barbie had to work? Let's be honest.
I love Barbie.
But so this lady claims that that's what she wants to do. You'll be dead. How long?
She says that she like barely ever eats.
Well, yeah, that's like a model. That's what models do. Like,
but she literally is like, yeah, one day I want to just be able to live off of air and light. Whatever the hell air and light means. Like, where does the light come from? You can't be sustained by light.
Air from her head? Where does the air come from that she's going to be living?
It leaks out of her head.
Yeah, exactly.
Marconi plus Sierra is MePlusCake.
First of all, American Idol is still going on. I hear the ratings are really down though on American Idol, but I don't even. Who are the judges now? Paula Poundstone.
What?
No.
Jennifer Lopez isn't she?
Okay.
Or no, Mariah Carey.
Keith Urban,
Mariah Carey, and Nicki Minaj, isn't it?
Oh, Jennifer Lopez isn't back? Oh my God. Who cares?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I never have ever watched American Idol.
Well, you're Canadian, so why
Yeah, but everybody I know watches it.
Really?
Yeah.
But it's not as popular as it used to be, but I guess, they put those numbers up for you to vote for a singer. It got redirected or something, and people were misdialing and calling this Port Angeles, Washington pizza place.
Oh, no.
And so they're getting like thousands and thousands of calls. I think it's like 2.5 million people called this place.
How? How?
They've been in business for like 50 years, so they've had that number forever.
Yeah.
And so it'd be silly for them to change it just because of one show. And obviously they got a little publicity out of it, but I think American Idol should have to buy like a ton of pizza from them.
Yeah.
And give pizza free to the people of Port Angeles.
Good idea.
Do something.
There's nothing worse than a wrong number all the time.
Yeah, you got to ask yourself, what would Ellen do? She would just buy everyone pizza.
Yeah.
Have a big pizza party for the whole city. Free pizza for the whole. And yeah, because you've had a problem with your phone. When you moved to America, they give you a number.
Literally, since day one.
And you get a phone call every day from somebody looking for this girl who has bad credit.
Tracy.
And every collector is looking for her. You went to get your car fixed, and when you put in your number, they ask you if you were Tracy.
Yeah.
It's like it's following you around.
I know, it's creepy.
I think it would be. Why don't they have like a purge on these numbers? I don't understand.
I don't know, put some to sleep for a few years.
Yeah, maybe. there's got to be. The other thing is some cities will go to different area codes. But why not just keep going and going and going?
I just really hope when I get back to Canada that I can have my 5858 number back.
Yeah, give out your number on the air. Maybe
I'm not going to give it the prefix. I'm just giving it the last four.
I'll give if for the right amount of money, I'll give you her number.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I will.
No, you won't.
Yeah, the one you have now, Tracy's number.
Oh, that number.
Marconi Bologna plus Sierra Cake. MePlusCake.
A revolutionary membrane can keep your heart beating perfectly forever.
Is it the popcorn membrane?
The what?
Popcorn membrane.
I've never heard of that before.
Oh, that's what I have. Popcorn keeps my heart going. Da 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 da.
Oh. Wow, that was a stretch. Anyway, so they've developed this thing, and I guess they've made it for a bunny rabbit, which don't bunny rabbits' hearts be like...
Yeah, they always go a gajillion miles an hour.
Yeah. And eventually, like in 10 to 15 years, it'll be set for human consumption.
So we're going to have rabbit speed?
Hearts? No, I think it'll be the normal speed of your heart, but it'll be like in replace of people who have pacemakers and stuff.
Oh.
They'll just have these contraptions. It's like I don't know, if you look at the GIF, it's like, it's pretty weird looking because it has all these little these golden electrode connectors to it and stuff. But yeah, but if you needed it, if you're like, Dick Cheney, who has like I think a gorilla heart or something like that, and you have to keep it going. If you don't have this thing, this will help that to continue.
Right.
But it's weird though, because we have all these contraptions, and you think everybody wants immortality. We want to live forever. Well, for what?
I don't.
Yeah, I mean
that sounds like hell to me.
Yeah, but to keep yourself alive, like pieces of you are mechanical, and the next, we'll all be robots before it's all said and done?
I will off myself before then.
No, you won't.
As soon as they start putting the chips in our bodies.
Chips?
I'm out.
Well, as long as there's salsa, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
They met on the internet. It's MePlusCake.
There goes another MePlusCake podcast.
It's all done.
In the history books. Well, if you listen to the podcast, let us know. If you hear something, say something.
That sounds dramatic.
Tweet us. MePlusCake on Twitter or Facebook or on our website, MePlusCake.com. We're always around somewhere doing things.
We're everywhere all the time.
Yeah, Sierra Cake is Sierra Cake everywhere on the internet, pretty much.
Everywhere.
And I'm Marconi Baloney, so there you go.
Everywhere all the time.
You have no excuse for not communicating with us. And unless maybe you don't have the internet, which then you wouldn't be hearing this. But if you do, then please reach out.
It's like a weird PSA.
That was quite a show.